Hi, Vandana from the Urban Mali Network. I'm sitting here in my balcony garden. We moved to this house about a year ago, and we have a few balconies which I have really crowded up with different kinds of plants. Now, a balcony garden is something that you can easily set up on your own. If you have help, of course, by Urban Mali, that would be an easier way of doing it. But if you really want to get down and do it yourself, it's a very pleasurable process, and you'll be really proud of yourself. If you are a gardening enthusiast, then all you need to do is a little bit of planning, and you can have your own thriving balcony garden. So I have about 3 balconies, and 2 of them receive lesser sunlight and one receives a lot of sunlight. Of course, I plan to have my vegetable garden in the one that receives a lot of sunlight, and the other 2 I have a lot of shade loving and flowering plants as well. Okay, so the balcony that receives a lot of sunlight has grow bags in it. We talked about grow bags in one of our previous videos. It's a very simple bag kind of a container in which you can grow different vegetables. It has, it's very long lasting. It has a drainage hole, and very good for vegetable gardens because in a small space you can pack a lot of vegetables together. This is one of the balconies which has a lot less light, so I have in parts of it that have light coming in. I have some railing containers over here which have different flowering plants. Now, because these railing containers are facing outside or towards the light, all these beautiful flowering plants look good on the other side of the balcony, which leaves a little foliage on this side as well. Of course, I have a tulsi plant, one of my most favorite plants because it really is one of the most powerful medicinal plants that we have probably not realized much of the qualities of. I have some shade loving plants here, and a cycas, a real beautiful cycas out here, which somebody gifted me, and it's a bit pokey, but it really spreads so beautifully. And it's called the dinosaur of the plant kingdom because it is a very primitive plant, and has been evolving very slowly, but likes to grow in the understory of the forest, and therefore likes shaded spaces where it can grow. It gives a whole set of leaves once in a year, and it's a beauty to watch these leaves come out when they do. I have other scheffleras, the snake plant, or what we call as a mother-in-law's tongue. I also have a beautiful hibiscus that again has tried to move towards the light and therefore flowers outside of the balcony rather than inside. It's very easy to be able to procure some of these very common native plants. For instance, hibiscus is a native plant. You also have Kanakambaram, you have different varieties of jasmine, you have Nandi Batlu. So these are plants that you can easily get, at one of your nurseries in your neighborhood, which grow very well in your balcony garden. Some of the shade plants that are even very good for indoor air are, to purify indoor air, are Aglaonema, some of the philodendrons. Of course, the money plant. How can we, miss the money plant? It's as important as, having tulsi in our gardens, right? Many people would think of probably putting in a money plant first into their balcony gardens or even their indoor spaces than maybe a tulsi plant. Some of the snake plant is really good for indoor air purification, especially if it is kept in your bedroom. So these are some plants that grow well in shaded spaces. And of course, the flowering plants that I mentioned, which grow very well in containers as well. Then you have the table rose, which grows very good in the railing planters that I have over here. I do have table rose growing there, and it blooms almost throughout the year, and it's really profuse and beautiful to look at. So if you're thinking about setting up a balcony garden, get in touch with us, get out and get into a nursery, look at what people are having there. You choose native plants. You can always get in touch with us. We would love to tell you what are those native plants that you can choose. Get some soil, get some manure, mix it up in your balcony space, and fill it into your pots, and start your own balcony garden. It's as easy as that. If you would like us to help you set up your balcony garden, get in touch with us at 888-0482-000. You can also visit our website urbanmali.com, where we have a lot of information and a lot of special tips and tricks for you to manage and of course set up your own balcony garden. Get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear about all your experiments in your own balcony space. Take care.